taking shelter in his shelter, which is good. Some horses don't do that. But look at this storm. I'm gonna try to get out of the wind here. You know, I'm actually we got that storm coming, and everyone's rushing to put up their cars. They heard that we're having baseball-sized hail coming, but I'm out here having a barbecue right now. I mean, I don't think I'm going anywhere now. I don't want to get stuck out there driving around, and I'll just give you guys a little talk here. People are always thinking about, all right, so the question of if you have a barn, should you lock your horse up into the barn or leave him out in the open? You know, if you leave him out in the open if there's no shelter out there. I mean, what do you think is the better option? Leave him out in the open or put him in the barn? So, I mean, it depends what kind of weather you have. I mean, this is spring, so this is where we get like tornadoes. You know, there's only so much you can do against the tornado. Like those things, you know, even if you put your animal in the barn, you're not safe, you know, with whatever you do. You don't know what the right thing to do is gonna be. Okay, so like it's an unsure thing. So like, is it better to put them in the barn or is it better to leave them out? Well, no one knows for sure if your barn is gonna get hit. Like if you knew that for sure, then you know the right thing, but it's kind of uncertain decisions. So if you're leaving your animals, well, a good thing to do with your animal is if you got severe weather coming and you know like it's tornadoes, you need to have some way to identify them. So like if you could, I've seen some people attach like a little yarn necklace around there, so it's not so tight. If it gets caught, it can't break. But if you don't, it's kind of like a dog collar for horses. Some people even like have, you know, painted their horse with like a phone number on it. So that's I would say offer shelter, you know, have shelter for your animals. I have shelter for all my animals. And you can have some kind of, like even cattle, you can have those cattle tagged. So if your fencing gets taken down and all your animals get out, you still can know which cattle are yours if you want to know which ones are yours. So no one knows for sure, but what the right thing would be to do. But I used to usually always put my horse, if I knew severe weather was coming and I didn't have shelter but I had a barn, I would take my chances with them in the barn. I think that they have more protection, you know. So like one of my friends thinks that like, no, you can't leave them in the barn because then they can run away from the tornado, run away from the storm. Well, there's fences everywhere, you know. They're stuck in the pen. They're either stuck in a protected barn, a little more protected barn, or they're stuck in a field that can have, it depends what your field has, but it could have probably not as much protection as a barn. So yeah, well, hopefully that helps on what you guys can do with your animals in severe weather. So all right, I'll see you next time.